Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. And I always look forward to being with you every single day. You can find us on television, Channel 182, on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com and the radio, icradio.media. I'm with you right now at the Gadsden Mall, located, of course, in Gadsden, Alabama. Beautiful place if you're new to the area. Also a great community, and where you can go ahead and meet folks, get involved, you know what I mean? And some great people here. And I have to tell you, it's a wonderful place to come if you have a business idea and you're just coming up with something and you want to get right in the middle of things in an already set up community. This is the place to be. Kaylee Johnson is the manager here, and her background is actually retail. So it's a huge plus. It's a big favor for you. Now, while I'm here at the mall, I wanted to mention some ideas about actually having a business in a mall. Yeah, I mean, it's more than clothes. It's more than a restaurant. So there are so many things. If you're just thinking, I want a business now, I want to be where it's already, already bumping and already going, and already just going crazy with a wonderful community. Here it is. So let's go ahead and start talking about those. Snack foods. Okay, now I know we talk restaurants, and restaurants are awesome, and would love to see more restaurants over at the food court as well. But let's think about snack foods, because I mean, everybody's looking for a snack, right? You're on your lunch hour, you're at the mall, you wanted to pick something up, maybe at Martin's, maybe something, a Christmas present or a birthday present. Mother's Day is just fast, but other throughout the year, other ideas. But let's talk about snacks. Sometimes you just don't want to sit down and eat. You just want a snack. So this is a good idea, I think. Shoppers often get hungry in the middle of their shopping trips. I mean, I do. Absolutely, I do. So snack foods like pretzels, cookies, and other easy-to-carry items are very popular. And also, they have little drinking machines all the way through here as well, so that's handy as well. Let's think about candy. Yeah, candies, or you can focus on small packaged food items that customers can take and go. Candy is a great example of this. And I'll have to tell you, one of my favorite places is a coffee shop. Think about this. Coffee is still popular with shoppers and consumers as a whole, so you can easily set up a kiosk with coffee drinks that you can carry around while you shop. Well, one thing I wanted to say, because I used to have a business in a mall. It was the first Avon store opened at a mall in Alabama. And the only thing it made a little bit extra work for me and for the other shop owners is when you have your candy or you have your colas and you just put them and leave them in somebody's business. There are trash cans all around. So it's real easy just to pick it up and put it in the trash can inside the mall. Okay, and don't give extra work for those folks who work at the mall, because I'm telling you what, they stay pretty busy. Now we talked about coffee, and again, just have all kinds of selections of coffee, and maybe little coffee shots would be good. And also tea. I love tea. If it's a tea, I'm into it. So what I'm thinking about, why not open up some kind of an organic tea shop, where you can buy organic tea leaves and make your own. Blueberry is awesome. There's nothing like blueberry tea. It's great. So tea, you can offer tea drinks or even packages of tea that they can buy and make it home. Make up pretty little baskets. That would be a great idea, because nowadays you're picking out a birthday club or whatever, birthdays, gifts throughout the year. It's almost like people have everything now. A nice little tea package, if they like tea, a nice little tea package or coffee package would be a great gift. Absolutely. Number 6 is juice. Now, to appeal to health conscious consumers, you can pick up juice, set up a juice, and maybe a smoothie bar at a mall kiosk. Think of green things that you could put in there to make a smoothie, health-wise. That would be a grand idea. And electronics. How many times have you been, and offer a place where people can actually charge their batteries on their cell phones? I don't know how many times this has happened to me. Maybe, because I listen to apps all the time, my own app. IC Radio has an app as well. And just commentaries and things like that. I hardly ever listen to a quote unquote radio station anymore. So most of the time I have an app going on. Well, guess what? That's going to use up your battery. So I'm at the mall and I didn't even think about charging my battery. And so say the battery is run down, but I need to have the phone charged. Think about opening up a kiosk where you sell electronics, you sell chargers and things like that. But also think about having just little areas where people can come in and just you can charge for it or not, you know, and just little areas where people can charge up their batteries. But here's an idea for you. So if you have a charging station and because people can take advantage of you, I mean that can be possible, but just say you have a charging station and maybe charge a couple bucks or whatever, but then give the balance to them in a gift card where when they come back, they can apply that credit towards maybe a car charger or a battery or whatever accessories that you may have. I think that's a wonderful idea. Okay, think about the different kinds of things you can sell. If you wanted to sell just the cell phone chargers, hard cases for people like me who are always dropping their phones, but maybe mobile phones, tablets, and fitness trackers are also something that's absolutely fabulous. Okay, now think about mobile phone repairs. Believe me, you can make a bunch of money doing this. You can offer a service at your mall kiosk like repairing mobile phones with cracked screens or water damage. I mean, who doesn't? I don't know how many phones I've had that were actually good phones, but I dropped them, and so there's a big old huge crack on the screen of it. So that would be an awesome place you could do that. Plus, the mall here in Gadsden is convenient to other areas here in Gadsden, other stores, and try to have it as close to an entrance as you can and where people can just come in, just drop it off, then they can leave, you can repair it, and then they can come back and pick it up. So that's a good idea. Mobile phone accessories, we actually just talked about that, but things like chargers, cases, other smaller items to appeal to smartphone and tablet owners. And let me mention something to you that I love. I keep my business cards in it right here. And this is just a little thing. I've always had one of these on my phones for years. It's just handy. I don't have to dig in my pocket for my business cards. I'm at the mall, and so I've got the cards right here. Run into somebody, and I'm going to do business with them, or them do business with me, and then I just go, oh, here's my business card, by the way, and it's just handy. And so, I mean, if you're going to sell accessories, sell these handy little things right here too, because I mean they're really wonderful to have. Okay, let's talk about artwork. So if you create or license artwork, say like Alabama Auburn stuff, Georgia for you Georgia fans, Tennessee just right up the road, you can sell prints and other products featuring your art at a mall kiosk. And go ahead and give Kaylee a call because they're offering some really good prices. It's not near as expensive as it used to be back in the day. It's actually lower price than it was. So think about that. Number 11 is posters. You could sell posters for movies, musical groups, or other entertainment related entities. Now think about this. There's an awesome movie theater here. Try to get close to that movie theater and sell your movie posters there. See, it's all about position. So think about those things. Okay, let's talk about custom portraits. For if you're an artist, okay, then this would be a good thing for you. You can even set up a stand where you offer custom portrait services for shoppers looking for unique purchases or gifts. What an idea is that? T-shirt customization. Okay, who doesn't love T-shirts? Everybody loves T-shirts. You could customize T-shirts with names, initials, or imaging by using screen printing or similar techniques. And this is the neat thing about screen printing. I mean, you can get the big ones if you want to do banners. All those things are fine. But think about this. Now they're smaller, like your Cricut machines and things like that, where you wouldn't have to have a huge kiosk, but there would be enough work area for you that you could do it on demand. If somebody wanted to wait on you, or if you started getting a big pile of clothes to do, well, then you'd have them. You'd have plenty of room. And this is all can be done in a kiosk. Great idea. People walking by, And by the way, if you're just standing there and you really don't have customers, invite customers in. Just stand by and say, let me give you a card, or maybe offer some 5 or 10% off of a product. That would be a wonderful thing to do. Okay, now let's also talk about engraving services. Oh, yeah. I know people who are engravers who make a killing. And if you're at a mall, that would be the perfect thing for you to do. People are always wanting to get their name put on everything, whether it comes to their cell phones or whether it comes to handbags or whatever. Even if you're in business, I'll have to tell you this, if you're in business and you're just walking around and you have your logo on a shirt or on a jacket, or you have your logo, say maybe on maybe a badge or something like that, people just notice those things. It's just a great thing to do. But there's a number of other products you can personalize for your customers through the use of engraving techniques. Great thing. Embroidery service. This is what I was talking about with having your engraving put on your shirt. I know when I go, I wear a Donna's Edge shirt almost everywhere I go. And people just will stop you and they'll notice that. And if they don't know about the show, they'll say, what's Donna's Edge? It's a good way, it's a good conversation starter also. And people are talking about your business as well. And believe me, I believe in magnets on the car as well. Okay, you could specialize in custom embroidery to add personal touches to various products. Now, one thing about embroidery, and this is what I know from years of always having my name put on my shirts and jackets, is if you work for a particular company, say when I worked for GTE, they had to, and sometimes they would actually pay for it, but now you had to make sure you had the absolute correct color blue, because we used blue. And it had to be exactly their trademark. So if you are working for another company and you're looking for them to reimburse, make sure you go by their guidelines. So you want to meet with your company or go to the website or whatever you need to do, and just tell them you just want to get some embroidery or whatever put on your shirts. And sometimes they'll put the logo on this little disc, and that connects to the whatever embroidery machine they have, and also to their computer. And it's just easy for the person who is doing that, because they're going to have to charge you extra if they have to design it. And then you're going to be at the risk of them not designing it exactly like you need it on your shirt so that you can be reimbursed. So those are just some common things we need to think about. Let's cut into a commercial break and we'll return in just a few minutes. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Okay, we are back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, and we're talking about kiosk businesses that you can have at a mall. And I suggest you go to the Gadsden Mall. It's a growing community, a growing town, growing city, and I'm telling you what, Gadsden is making its comeback. And so I'm glad to see that. When I was a kid, I actually grew up in Oxford. We had the Quintard Mall. Then my dad moves us to Geraldine, Alabama, and which is out in the sticks. Beautiful, beautiful area. And it's still out there. Hardly anything to shop at up in there. So the Gadsden Mall, come down from the mountain and come to the Gadsden Mall. You'll be glad you did. You'll find some great buys and some wonderful vendors. And the mall here, like I said before, Kaylee's background is actually in retail. So she can kind of give you some ideas on how to be successful also in being in business. Okay, so the last thing we were talking about before we went into a break was the embroidery service. The next one up is airbrush service, which is an awesome thing. So airbrushing is just another technique you can use to offer personalized t-shirts, bags, and other items. And let me tell you about airbrushing. T-shirts is an awesome way to do that. Anytime you go to, let's say you own a company and you would like to have your business advertised, other than using me, of course, but another wonderful thing you can do in advertising is give away t-shirts. People will wear your t-shirts and people will wonder, So do some little giveaways, or maybe when someone spends a particular amount of money, they get a free t-shirt. Again, that's advertising for you and people will wear those t-shirts. Okay, number 17, handmade items. People love handmade items for gifts. I make handmade items. And I'm just going to tell you, it's not cookie cutter. It's so totally different. I do wind chimes. I do other things. But if you own a handmade business, think about this. You're not going to have a whole lot of money put into your products. Now at the initial, getting a computer set up and some tools you may have to buy. But after that, you're set. And you can set up a kiosk at the mall to sell a variety of different product lines, just whatever you can think of. People like aprons now. Aprons are making a comeback. An apron that would maybe have your name on it. maybe an apron, and you could, if you had a Cricut machine or something like that, that you could put, if someone owns a business and they're having to go cook out, then they need to have an apron with their business on it. Another good idea. Number 18 is sporting goods. Through the beginning of time, we've had sports. We've been talking about that with sports history that's brought every day by Lamont's Mexican Restaurant located up in Henniger, Alabama. By the way, go. They haven't went up on their prices. Go check them out. Okay, so sporting goods like athletic wear, safety gear, fitness equipment can also be popular items for you to market at a mall for mall shoppers. Okay, let me tell you another one. Flowers. Yeah, and I'm talking about the real thing. So florists, you can set up a small stand at a local mall to reach a wider variety of shoppers with your arrangements. And let me just tell you something you need to put up. I think, and you can take this idea, okay? So I'm thinking about in the doghouse. You know how now I get in the doghouse, so it's not just you guys, okay? So sometimes women get put in the doghouse too. You do something you shouldn't have done, you didn't think, you cracked off, said some kind of a wisecrack you shouldn't have said, and you've hurt the feelings of your significant other. Why not have a florist that says getting you out of the doghouse? hmm And flowers will do it every time, even to dudes. Even to dudes. So think about that, okay? So for us, you can set up that you just get a wide range of customers. Sunflowers. People are looking for sunflowers. Maybe sell seeds on the side. For those little, and just, but now only if you have used these seeds for your beautiful sunflowers you have out on your stand. People will say, oh my goodness, those are beautiful sunflowers. Sell them seeds. That's just another little side. A lot of people will get them, probably never use them. However, a lot of people have intentions, but anyway, think about that. Here's another one I think is a good idea, and that's a pawn shop. Yeah, now I'm talking kind of like an upscale type pawn shop. You can set up a mini pawn shop at a mall disc to trade items from customers and sell those items to other people. And kind of like call it, like a trader or something like that. I know my grandparents talked about back in the day bartering. Why don't you just call it a bartering station, something like that. Donna's bartering station. And people could trade out things with you, and then you can sell things. So again, it would be like a pawn shop. Okay, but bartering, I think, is a word you're going to start hearing a whole lot of. Number 21 is used books. Grand idea. Consider setting up a small used bookstore where you can both collect and sell items, incorporating a trade-in program. Great idea. Selling used things is a great way to repurpose. And let me tell you something I do. I love to buy old books. I will buy an old book that is just tearing apart. And the reason I do that is I like to repurpose things. So I've been in the process of saving tin cans and cola cans and stuff like that. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm about to have a show on it, and this is where I have my cans, my tin cans, and I'll paint black, let it dry, and then I'll paint them white. And then I'll just get a piece of sandpaper or something like that and kind of rough it up. I want it to look kind of grungy looking. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put like stickers on it. I'll use my Cricut machine and put sayings on it, like you light up my life or something like that. And maybe with the fragrance on it. And you can use old pieces of newspaper. You can use old pieces of magazines, just old books. And I mean, you could get a Bible and put Bible verses on it. You just use your imagination. Buy old books. But why don't you be the one who puts that old book in the store, used books in right here in Gadsden Mall, where you got plenty of customers coming in. Number 22 is gold exchange. Wonderful idea. Okay, so you can even set up a gold exchange where customers can bring in their jewelry and other gold or silver items in exchange for cash. Great idea right there. Number 23, who doesn't like cosmetics? If you are a do-it-yourselfer and you make cosmetics, you can use cornstarch and put a little bit of, and make it and cater it for your customers where they can always get their absolute perfect color for their skin tone. You can put just a little bit of cocoa in just any kind of a solution. and then mix that up really good and use it for makeup. And it's wonderful in the summertime, and it's all natural. We're going to have a show on that too. I'll show you how to do it. We'll do some of these things, and then you take it up and come down here to the Gadsden Mall and start your own business. Cosmetics are fairly small, and they will attract a lot of impulse buyers. So this makes it a great mall kiosk business idea. Again, if you make your own, you'll have very little money in it. Now you'll need packaging. Make sure the packaging looks really, really nice, and go find a good printer. But let me tell you this about labels and things like that. I have bought, like being on a budget, you know how I am. I like to save money, so I've been on a budget. I have bought labels before that are basically nothing but paper, and they're just not going to last. People are going to get their hands on it, and you're thinking, well, who cares? I get it home. They're still going to use it. You need to care about that. Let me tell you why. So if you have a good label that is, say, like this is not going to tear easy. I can get this label right here wet, and it's not going to affect it. You can still see ingredients. You can still see the name brand. You can still see their logo. You can see how to get in contact with them and the size on here. So do invest just for a few cents more and get some decent labels to go on your items, okay? Because when they run out of that, then they can take that label, they can take it with them to the mall or wherever you are. They can take it with them, and you can get exactly what they had. That way nobody has to guess what color was it, blah, 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 blah. But you turn into an expert, and you'll get it right off. Okay, makeup artistry. Okay, if you provide makeup services, you can also set up a kiosk mall where you can provide your services directly to the customers. And I've done that before. And I'm just going to tell you, I had a mother and her daughter came in one time. Mama was still wearing makeup, like the very bright stuff, like blues from the 60s. Mama was still wearing that. So the daughter whispered to me and she said, "Can you try, Mom, with another color?" She said, "This 1960s thing's got to go." I said, "I will." So here's what I did. I said, "I have a new color in." And I did. I said, "I have a new color in, and I'd like to try it on you. We can always take it off if you don't like it." And so I put this new color on, and it was kind of a taupe-like color. She fell in love with it. And the daughter just like almost kissed me because she bought another color besides that. So there are different ways you can kind of persuade people, and then say you're the makeup artist. So you know what looks good on somebody. The thing about it is I can always make everybody else look good, but I do it on myself, and I'm like, what's missing here? But anyway, makeup artist, and it's just a service that you can do. Maybe and have a long line of girls going to the prom, maybe wedding parties and that kind of thing, and just have just a little nice area for them to sit, and maybe sip on some tea, sell some tea bags. You can do that too. Number 25, spa services. You could focus on spa services like manicure, pedicures, massages, or similar items. So that's another idea for you. And hair products while we're in that division. So you can also choose to focus on hair products for customers that browse or even try out at your kiosk. It's a great thing to do. Okay, I'm going to have to call this a day. Wow, that went by fast. This is part one. We're going to have part two, ideas at a mall. So my name is Donna. Again, thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk Show. You're the reason I do this. If you have ideas for shows and you would like to send an email, I'll do a little research for you. I'd love to do that as well. Send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. That's donna@donnasedge.com. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a great, great day.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.